In Subzonal 232 Medellin 2025 Absoluto Round 1, Jimenez chooses Slav defense exchange variation, leading to an intense fight against Paulino Rosario. On d4. On d5. On c4. Jimenez is setting up to play, pawn takes d5. On c6 this position is typical of Slav defense exchange variation. Pawn takes d5. Pawn takes d5. Knight f3. Bishop g4. Knight e5 do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Paulino Rosario? Bishop d7 is a strong choice, since on e4, on e6, pawn takes d5, pawn takes d5, knight c3, knight c6 position is equal shifting to the main game. Knight e5. Jimenez is aiming to play. Knight takes g4, knight c6, on e3, on a6, bishop d2, on e6, bishop c3, rook c8, bishop d3, and establish a winning position. Bishop f5 is not the best move played by Paulino Rosario. Knight c3, knight f6, queen b3. Jimenez might go for queen takes b7, knight c6, on e4. Jimenez idea is to play pawn takes f5, bishop d7, pawn takes d5, knight takes d4, queen d1. Jimenez is setting up to play queen takes d4, knight f5, bishop d3. Jimenez is setting up to play knight takes d7, knight takes d7, bishop takes f5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight d6. King castled kingside. It is novelty move. On g6. Knight takes d7. Knight takes d7. Rook e1. Bishop g7. Bishop g5. Jimenez is planning to play bishop takes e7. Queen takes e7. Rook takes e7 check, and establish a winning position. Knight f6. Queen e2. Pawn a6. Queen e5. Jimenez wants to play bishop takes f6. Bishop takes f6. Queen takes f6 and increase their advantage significantly. King f8. Queen e3. On b5. On a3. Rook c8. Rook a d1. On h6. Paulino Rosario might go for pawn takes g5. Bishop h4. On g5. Paulino Rosario is planning to play pawn takes h4. Bishop g3. Jimenez is setting up to play queen e2. On h5. On h3. Queen d7. Bishop e5. On h4. On a4, and take decisive advantage. Knight g4. Paulino Rosario considers playing knight takes e3. Queen e2. On h5. Take a moment to spot the best move for Jimenez. On h3 is best move here because knight f6. Bishop e5. Rook g8. Knight a2. Bishop h8. Knight b4. Jimenez heading towards winning. Let's proceed to the main game. Jimenez is setting up to play queen takes g4. On h5. Knight e4 slightly worse move played by Jimenez. Jimenez is planning to play knight takes g5. Rook c7. Bishop b1. Knight f6. Bishop h4. King g8. On h3. Queen c8. Knight f3, and take decisive advantage. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Paulino Rosario? On h4 is best move here because queen takes g4. On takes g3. Queen takes g3. Queen d6. Rook c1. Rook takes c1 position is equal. Let's explore the main variation. Bishop takes e4. Knight f6 is a mistake played by Paulino Rosario. Bishop e5. Jimenez idea is to play on d6. On e6. Bishop b7. Rook b8. Bishop takes a6 and gain a significant edge. Knight takes e4. Queen takes e4. Bishop takes e5. Queen takes e5. Rook g8. On d6 stop here and find the strongest move for Paulino Rosario. On takes d6 is logical continuation as Rook takes d6. Queen e8. Queen takes e8 check. Rook takes e8. Rook takes e8 check. King takes e8. Still Paulino Rosario is losing. Let's explore the main game. On d6. Jimenez is looking to play. On takes e7 check. Queen takes e7. Queen takes e7 check, and establish a winning position. On e6 slightly worse move played by Paulino Rosario. On d7 stop here, and find the strongest move for Paulino Rosario. Rook c6 is logical continuation as Rook e3. Rook g7. Rook ed3. On f6. Queen e2. On h4 still Paulino Rosario is losing. Let's proceed to the main game. On d7. Jimenez idea is to play pawn promotes to queen at dx c8. Rook c7 is a mistake played by Paulino Rosario. Queen takes c7. Jimenez dominated and took the game.